Hey there everybody, welcome to another Fishing Adventures, and today is a very special day. It's June the 16th, the rivers are finally open and I've been down here since 4:30. It's been crazy. I've seen a fox, I've seen tons of bats, I've seen millions of fish jumping up and down everywhere. It's been quite a hectic session and I'm quite excited to get this one put together for you. So the main line of attack that I had in my mind when I came out was to fish the feeder for some bream. I've seen loads of bream topping around here recently, and then I was also going to set up a stick float for the roach and some small chub later on. Not everything goes to plan, as we know, so sit tight, stay tuned, enjoy it, and leave a comment. Good morning everyone, welcome to another Fishing Adventures. It's the 16th of June, rivers are open. The plan of attack today is feeder, because there's plenty of bream showing out there. One just topped just up there. Going to start off on the feeder, just packed with ground bait, a few casters, and then later on going to get the stick rod out. So there we go, the first chuck of the river season is in. So I'm just feeding a real heavy 60 gram block end feeder, packed with ground bait. Going to introduce some casters later on with a bit of hemp as well, just to see. There's plenty of fish showing, so hopefully we'll get amongst a few, and then a little bit later on when it's a bit brighter and a bit more daylighty, I think I'm going to get the stick float rod out and we'll see what happens, because it's 4:30 now. It's taken me a little while to get set up, but hopefully we'll get a few nibbles today. Hook bait choices today are going to be caster, and I've also got some corn with me just to tempt them with something else. There's a fox just coming down the stairs on the other side. It's not going to be on camera, and I can't move the camera because it's too far away. Gorgeous. I've seen all sorts today already. It's not even 5 o'clock. Mega. Well, not quite the fish I was expecting, but there we go. Getting a few roach out, which is really cool. We did start off on the feeder about 4:30 this morning. But there was nothing really doing. There was tons and tons of bream showing on the surface, but I couldn't get them pinned down on deck. So I switched over just to trotting the stick float, just to try and tease a few out early on, and stringing together a few bites now. Just loose feeding caster and hemp. Every trot down, we're getting a few bites. So again, just casting slightly further down than actually starts, just to make sure that that line is from the float to the rod tip is as nice and straight as possible, so you're in contact with that float. Because if it starts to overtake, missed it, it was early on. Because if your float starts to slow down and your line goes in front of it, it does drag it out of the trot basically. So you've got to make sure that everything's in line and is as tight as can be. Better. And that fish literally came just as I twitched it back, so they're hanging right at the very back of the trot. That's a nice little fish. Ooh, chub. Yeah, I've just been dropping in a couple of handfuls of ground bait every now and again as well, just to try and hold those fish in this area. That's bleak. Oh, we're catching a bit of everything today. Every now and again, just through the trot, I'm just holding the float back just to give that hook bait a chance to kick up a little bit and hopefully tempt a bite. Again, just maintaining control of that flow just by mending the line, making sure it's certainly behind the float at all times, and we're in again, another little bleak by the look of it. Oh no, a little chublet. Seems to be my favourite fish to catch on a new, brand new river season. It's a little chub. Went up to Stamford Bridge a few years ago and that's all I caught. Literally won a chuck, a small chublet. But Daddy Chub went home. Again, that was just on a double caster hook bait as well. It's a bleak, so they've come in shallow, haven't they? We need to try and feed them off if we can. Get into some better sized fish. Nope. Yeah, dear. Need their, what is it, whip really for these, I guess. Getting smaller. What's going on? I wouldn't have thought they'd have been able to take a double caster. So frustrating that. So frustrating. But anyway, not to worry, we're catching, aren't we? Oh, missed him. Lost him, rather. Felt a bit bigger. Well, at least we know there's some slightly better fish moving in. That's a bit better. Come here. Another chub. Nice. Getting bigger at least. Well, it looks like there's fish in front of me on all little lines really. I've got like a little short line and a slightly longer line that's further out in a bit faster water. There seems to be fish stacking up on both lines, so that's always a good sign. I'm getting slightly better as well. I hope that was on camera. That fish literally just jumped over my float. Cracking. You couldn't just make that up, could you? We in, we are. Did he? Another roach has just turned up, so that hemp is obviously working now. Drawing him in. It always takes time with hemp. You've got to be really patient and just let it do its job really. You can't force fish to come on to feed on hemp, but once they get a taste for it and they come onto it, they should start stay on it, so we should now, fingers crossed, start getting into a few more roach. And if not, the better chub should still be bumming around. Ah, that was a better fish as well. That was a better fish. So it looks like the slightly better roach have moved in now. Baiting up using double caster. I've swapped to single a few times, but it's not really made any difference, to be fair, so we'll stick with the double in the hope that it'll attract the slightly better fish anyway. Just holding it back every once in a while, just to let that hook bait flick up and then let it trot through the swim again. Sometimes just holding it back is enough to instigate a bite. That's better. So yeah, I fed those 2 large bowls of ground bait, given it a rest for like 5 or 10 minutes, and just loose fed now. This is the first trot down since, so we'll see if that's had an effect. Ooh, missed a bite straight away. It's no good, is it? I would like to say that felt like a better fish, but it didn't. So, yeah. Well, the pike guys are moving away now, so that's good. There'll be a lot less bloody noise on water. So, hopefully, might just settle back down a bit. Oh, now that did feel like a bit of a better fish, didn't it? Into a few of them, it won't be too bad. Managed I can't really complain. It's not exactly been dead, has it? It's one of those things, especially on rivers, you never know what's going to be around, if anything. Do you know what I mean? So it's always good to be catching. It feels like a long time since I did the video up at Strensel on the Foss. That was the last river video I did, wasn't it? So, it's just nice to be on a river, trotting that stick float. And the beauty with this rig is as well, it is quite a heavy float that I've got on, and that was done deliberately because it does channel out this stretch up here. So my thinking was, I can fish a lot deeper if needs be, depending on how the fish we're having. As I say, that start on the feeder first thing this morning didn't really produce much in the way of anything other than one roach, which to be fair was a decent sized roach, but there we go. That's the stamp we want, isn't it? It was on that inside line that I fed all that ground bait as well. So that's obviously drawn them in, which is good. So we'll just keep it in this, right on this inside line. Oh, sugar. Without, oh man alive, without trying to fall in or break my ankles on this log. Goodness me. Well, that theory was short-lived, wasn't it? Eh? Ah, dearie me. Again, when you're working that stick float, just keep mending that line, make sure that the line is fully behind your float. Okie dokie, right then. Let's get the feeder back out. See if we can't temp something on there now. Giving it a very good rest, haven't we? So. Okay, so. Oh man. So yeah, the plan is just to sit on this feeder. It's a nice heavy cage feeder. It's full of ground bait with casters and hemp seed in it, and it's a bream and silvers ground bait. It's dark. It smells absolutely beautiful actually. And I've just got 3 casters on the hook. Now with this, I have got the corn again, just to see if we can tempt some bream, because there were some rolling earlier. Well, I say earlier, when I first got down here, but they weren't really having it. In fact, I only had that one roach, didn't I, right early on in the first part of the session before it got light, but now it's light. Mind sure those pike guys have been here as well. I've not seen any fish topping or rolling like they were, so that suggests that they are pinned down on the deck, although saying that one's just topped right in front of me, which just call me a liar. So I've shot the feeder out roughly halfway, and I'm using that big tree opposite as a bank mark. I don't know if you can see that. You can't really see it. You can see the shadow of it in the water, but it's big enough. And then I'm just casting halfway out. It'll give me a rough idea of where I need to be and where I'm fishing. Yeah, I've also shortened the hook length from what I started on this morning. I started on a 1 meter one with a size 14 hook. I've chopped that down to about 500mm now, because even though there's a little bit of flow, it's not flowing as much as I thought it would be. So I think a shorter hook length will just give it a little bit better presentation. It'll be a bit closer to that feed that's pouring out of the feeder now as well. It all helps, doesn't it? Another fish topping in front of me now. See, why are they calling me liars? It's because those pike guys have gone in it and they're coming back up now. There's less disturbance. Here we go. Fish on. That was the smallest, faintest little bite ever as well. I thought it was a liner to start with, but is what we came for, guys. That is, oh god, I can't get it up the bank. What a clonker. Clonker. River Ouse bream. Look at the size of that beast. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, no way, man. That's not good, is it? Right, try not to break my rod this time. And I've just snapped myself off. Right then. Well, that arses me off. Okay. Okay. Right then. I'm assuming you'll have heard the splash then. That was actually a pike laid alongside my keep net, basically. Yeah, trying to get in, I think. So that probably would explain why the silverfish scattered a few minutes ago and why they've stopped topping on the surface. So chances are, if I get that float rod out, there's a possibility of snagging a pike as well, which I'm not too sure about now. Maybe need to come down and just do a float fish dead bait. Oh yeah, they're all... Oh, he's there again, look. Oh, I don't believe it. Fucking snapped me off again. Right, there's something wrong with this flaming bloody line. Not having it. Curious to see if that pike does make an appearance if I'm bringing in a little fish. Because I imagine now this is what we're going to get. And until I can sort out the feeder rod and reel especially, because I don't have a bloody clue what's happened there, but to get that much twizzle and snapped off twice, there's definitely a fault on the main line somewhere, isn't there? Got it as well, but never mind, we'll have another session for the bream. There's definitely something not quite right here. I don't know what's going on really. It's gone very, very quiet again. I don't know if that pike's still milling around or what. But again, just casting that out so it flicks and just correct it on when it lands, just to string all your shot out. And if you can do that, you've got half the battle won. Hitting a few bites would help. Again, as I mentioned in the Claxton Pond video about having your keep net set up properly and stuff like that, I mean that's literally under my feet right now, so if anything does come off as it's swinging in, it's got a better chance of actually going in the net as opposed to dropping back in the river or the pond or whatever it is you're fishing. Yeah, so that last fish came right at the end of the trot really, and it was a roach, so I wonder if they're just hanging back because the bleak are going nuts. Yeah, so my float choice today, as I mentioned earlier, is quite a heavy one. It's a 1.5 gram Drennan wire stem stick float, which is about 3 bb's, and the reason I chose that is because it gives me options to fish out in the main channel where it is a lot deeper. I thought if things get a little bit weird for whatever reason and I need to fish further out rather than fish a waggler, I'd just set the stick float up. I always feel that I've got a little bit more control over a stick float than a waggler, and I would always choose one if I can. So yeah, main line is just £4, hook length is £2, and it's a size 18 hook I've got on at the moment. The Drennan Carp Maggot, which is a brilliant little caster hook as well. When there's bait on it, obviously, because he's done me, hasn't he? And I'm not really burying the hook on these casters either. I'm hooking them through the tip, through the head area, with quite a lot of the hook point exposed as well, and they're not really did I miss that one? Not concentrating. Come on. What's going on? That's my lads shouting. I can hear you. Right then, are you watching, Ethan? Little chub.
Right, we're gonna go now.
Yeah, you go, and you'll be able to watch the video when I get home. That was a very welcome impromptu coffee break. Thanks to Mrs. P for bringing me the massive thermal cup full of coffee. Bless her. Chubby. I don't know. So yeah, I've just moved that float up about 4 inches. So I'm just fishing a little bit deeper. I just feel those slightly better fish are a little bit lower down. Trying to get out of the way of the bleak and just mopping up that hemp, because obviously that's heavier. So if I shallow up, I get just pestered by those bleak and those little chublets. I'm just holding back. I'm just literally just dragging bottom now. Just got to just gently pull it back and let that hook bait flick up and push it through the swim. It's just as that was going out of sight. Right at the very, very tail end of the trot then, that was just buried. So, if I can get down that way again, I think we stand a better chance of getting into something a little bit bigger. Famous last words. What happened last time I caught a bleak, didn't I? Let's see what happens this time, eh? Yeah. Oh God. Famous last words, man. Why do I say it? Why do I say it? Oh God. Another little chublet. I don't know. Jinx myself, don't I? I should just, I don't know, film these in just no audio and add a commentary over the top, I think. But anyway, I'm going to try not to digress again in another video. Oh, here we go. I can't even get down there now, can I? Funny feeling that pike might be back as well. It's gone decidedly quiet. He's going to be loitering, isn't he, if he thinks there's a free meal around. go. Hopefully you can see them. Nice bream in there, look. And a ton of little silvers.